Welcome guys. From now on, we are more interested in understanding and using algorithms and developing some more. Yes, now topic is nested loop. Nested for loop exactly. So what is a nested for loop? A for loop inside a for loop. When we use a for loop inside a for loop, it is called nesting of a for loop. Okay, so what is the use? See, this part mainly deals with our algorithm part. We have to be creative and we will now develop many algorithms that will print some particular type of pattern. So our question will be given some pattern wise and we have to print that pattern with the help of some algorithms. Now let us understand with an example. See guys, we are given a question that we need to print this asterisk, okay, this 3 times. Don't be so happy that you can just use the printer function and just print it. No, you have to do with logical. Okay, logically you need to do. So let us understand each and every step. First I'll write the code and then I'll explain you. See, a for loop inside a for loop. Okay, now I want to tell you something. See, I declared integer I, j and n. Okay, see, whenever we use for loop, we can use any of the variable to run the loop for that many times. But personally speaking, I am more comfortable using I, j and k. Most of the programmers you will find they will be comfortable using I, j and k in the for loop. It's not like you have to use I, j or k. You can use your own variables, but most probably you find I, j or k only. Okay, now what, see, the for loop has a curly braces opening here and it's ending here, and what we find, a for loop inside a for loop. See, this curly braces is for this for and it is ending over here. This means it is the outer portion of this for. Okay, so this for lies inside this for loop. What does it mean? We always need to keep in mind, you guys now be so much now pay attention and understand the outer part for loop is for, I'll write it over here so that we'll remember. Double slash means commenting. It is for row wise. For now just remember, outer loop is for row wise and the inner one is for column wise. I will explain you in brief, but for a while let us keep in mind that the outer for loop is for row and inner one is for column. Okay, we need to print this one, right? Okay, a space. Slash n. I hope this will work. Let's compile. Success. Control F9. See, we got the answer as this pattern. Now let us understand what and how did we do. See, I'll use slash to explain. Okay, whenever we use slash, after that slash the whole line is just a comment. I want to initialize this 0, 1 and 2. Guys, please don't take it as a joke, because from now on we will be dealing with the most important part, the algorithm part, which I personally felt huge problem which I could not solve in the whole year, and later now I have no problem with C language. So I know how I suffered, and I don't want you guys to suffer the same as I did. See, this is not a part of programming. I know I use 0, 1 and 2 before slash, which will be hampering in our program, but for understanding basis I use this part. So don't take it that it is a programming portion, okay? It is only for explaining purpose. See, what I did, I initialized I, j and n to be integer type, where I did not use n, so it's of no use. Okay, so coming here, the first for loop, see, it is executing from I equals to 0, means initial period is 0 to I is less than 3, that means 2, right? 0, 1 and 2. And as I told, the outer loop will be working for row wise. See, it will give us 3 rows, because this loop will run for 3 times, right? It will give us 0, 1 and 2 row, means we are getting 3 row. This is the place, this blank will be the place where we will get our result. For now we are using this particular 3 rows now. As soon as we came inside the curly braces, one more for loop is there. Now this for loop will also execute 3 times, starting from 0 to j less than 3, that means 2, right? 0 to 2, so 0, 1 and 2. Now what does it mean? This for loop will give me 3 lines, and this inside for loop will give me 3 columns, and now whatever answer I will get is between this. So we all know by a matrix, if I say 0, 0, that means I am calling this particular place. If I initialize 6, then it will be 0, 0 equals to 6. It was just for understanding purpose. Now coming here, what I did, see, I equals to 0. Keep in mind, I value is 0. That means this value is fixed. As I told, I will deal with row wise. That means this line is used. Now this line is fixed. I is equals to 0. I is less than 3. True, right? It is true. That means it will come inside the for loop. Now j equals to 0. J is less than 3. True, because j value is 0. Now we have I equals to 0 and j equals to 0. Both are 0. And 0 is less than 3, so again true. Then it will execute this line, printf asterisk. What value we were getting? 0, 0, right? That means this portion. Now we are putting one asterisk, and see, we have a space also. Okay, I gave a space. Now don't come out of this loop, because first of all inner loop will be terminated, and then only it will pass to this one and it will come up. As soon as it printed this asterisk, it went to j++. Now j value is 1. Now 1 is less than 3, again true. Now it will come between the curly braces. Again it will encounter asterisk and space, asterisk, space. Okay, our cursor is in column 2 and I is fixed, matlab row is fixed, right? Now again j++, j value was 1, now it will be 2. So again 2 is less than 3. So for 3 it is true, na, right? So it will again come between the curly braces. Again we encountered the same asterisk and one space. See, the space won't be highlighted. Now I would like to continue in the next video, because I have some problem. I cannot continue my video for longer than 10 minutes. So see you.